Hello and welcome to another Raggy's pub review. So at the weekend we went over to Southwell, Southwell as I call it. The starts a bone of contention for a lot of people. Some people call it Southwell, some people call it Southwell. It's a bit like Bulwell, yep, and well, no one calls it Bull. But anyway, in any case, there's a pub called the Final Whistle over there. Apparently, the train station, which was on the site, ran from there to what is Barrow, as far as I know, and that's where the Rail Ale Beer Festival is. So it's quite a nod. And so I'll show you some of the photos of the pub itself, or the garden even. Oh, there's a video there of people doing the beers. There's the bar, and and the beer wall and that. I think that's the side we went in actually. And again, there's more of the video, I presume. Some lady having a beer, some bloke taking a video of it, probably thinking, get off me. Cheese board. It is. So at one of our pubs we go to regularly is the Crown Inn Beeston. This is the sister pub, along with the Five Lamps in Derby. I've never been to that either. So there's the front of the pub. There you go. I didn't really see that because there was an eatery parked smack in front of the pub. There's the back of the pub, so you can see that the train station esque. We actually didn't go outside, to be honest, because we were knackered. There's like Crown Inn's got a confessional booth. This has got its like little train booth sort of thing, and it both reminds me of both pubs. And then look, there's a train track on the back, so we didn't see that. So, that's amazing. Fantastic range of beers in there, and again another video. Yeah, cracking range of cask, some craft. Bass was on in there. I don't know what the Bass tasted like. I was driving, so we could not drink any more than what. Then there's another picture of the inside, and again another picture of the inside. So plenty of pictures on there of the place. So yeah, they had an outdoor eatery on. They had a side garden, back garden. I assume the back garden that we did not see was where all the train track is and where the train station used to be. The Final Whistle, it's the pub. Southwell or Southwell is a pub, is a place, is a town on the outskirts, and from Nottingham. It's about 12 miles from Nottingham. From where I live now in Sherwood, it's about a 30-minute journey in car. Then another 20 minutes on that to get to my other workplace. 15-20 minutes, something like that anyway. And I went to university, university there. I went to Brackenhurst, the horticultural college, agricultural and horticultural. Horticultural being gardening, agricultural being farming, lots of people with wellies on and who like sheep. I'm only joking. Lots of horse riders there, equestrian events, yes, lots of women going up and down on the horses. But yeah, lots of that there. The horticultural side's gone now, which is a real shame because it was a good place. Feels like horticulture has been downgraded, which is sad. Although we did have a cantankerous bloke who used to be the person in charge, Arthur Organ. Yeah, it was definitely Arthur Summit, but somebody else called. I'm sure his name was Cobb. Anyway, yeah. But anyway, back to the pub. It reminded me of the Crown Inn Beeston, where you have lots of young people serving on the bar. There was a lady who came round who probably was the manager or landlady at the pub. But there was lots of young people serving, young girl doing the pot washing. Good conversation in the pub as well, because as I'm sitting there, Jacaranda was on the bar, so that's a Southwell based brewery. I think at Fiskerton is where they're based, which is like a little village just away, but we'll call it Southwell anyway, because a bird based brewery. doing their birdie beers, although this was actually a German ale called Eau de Cologne. So I had that. I had an Afghan pale ale. I'd never ever had an Afghan pale ale in my life. So I think that beer review's got to go on the channel, to be fair. But anyway, on with the final whistle. I thought it was a nice pub. Literally down the road from Reg Taylor. So Reg Taylor and the mower shop. I've been there loads of times to the mower shop. And actually just today I've been to Reg Taylor to get some plants, and it's a nice garden centre. There's parking on the road outside. There's no parking in the pub, so you may have to park a distance away to walk to the pub. Be careful where you park. You know, one or two drivers were quite exuberant with their speed on that road. Not everyone, most were decent, but there was one or two. Yeah, always driving Audis or BMWs, funnily enough. I had a BMW and I used to get some stick, and I'm like, I'm indicating, I'm not overtaking, what's the crack? But obviously, you know, there's a perception. But yeah, the beer was good amount of cask, good amount of keg. We had a good time in there. We only stopped for 2 halves, but it's enough to see what the pub's like. It was a friendly pub inside. When you walk past people, they say, oh, excuse me, yeah, fine, yeah, go back. And it's very friendly, and it's those instant things you get, vibes you get that stick in. You know, if you walk into a pub and you're getting daggers straight away, and you know the staff ignore you, then that can be another thing. But yeah, I know what the Crown Inn's like. I've been there a few times. You know, these things happen. Our friends are at Beeston, but hopefully we'll get back to the final whistle. But is the final whistle a pub? Is the final whistle a pub worth visiting? Absolutely. You know, definitely 100% worth visiting. You know, putting it on your agenda to go and visit. And that's my review, really. You know, it's I didn't have any food, so I can't review the food. I can only review what I saw. But it was a good pub, and I want to go back. Although next time, me not driving. So yeah, the wife drives, and I get to drink. Because I'd have had about 3 pints myself, 6 halves, bish bash bosh. But anyway, yeah, cracking place, great staff, attentive, doing their job, lovely people in the pub. Can't fault it. Thank you for watching. See you soon.